Well, a very good morning to you. It's Tuesday, the 26th day of August. Welcome to the morning edition of the news with me, Jackie Monyoncho. And right about now, I'm joined by Albert. Good morning.
Good morning.
How is it?
Oh, I'm doing easy like a Tuesday morning.
What's with the t-shirt?
My t-shirt? Well, we have cameras here. My red membership card of the Congolese Communist Party with the Lumumba on it. You like it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Good,
I like the color.
The color?
Yeah.
The color red.
Okay, so we'll be back in a while.
Yo.
The news that we are waking up to this morning is there's a woman who was arrested at the airport yesterday with some cocaine worth 4 million. Have you heard that story?
What? The cocaine running around my brain. You know? Really? In Kigali? Cocaine
Yes.
worth $4 million?
Yeah.
Really?
Coke.
Really?
Coke.
I mean, not just in bottles, but in powder.
You know, one thing that is interesting is why even try? Why even dare do that in Rwanda?
It's 45 million, not 4 million. 45 million Rwandan francs.
45 million.
Who even tries? Who even
That's-
dares? Can you guys hear me? I
Yeah.
can't hear myself.
Really?
Who even dares?
I mean, what do you mean you don't?
Or I've gone deaf.
What do you mean you don't hear yourself?
can't hear
That mean what? What do you have in your ears? I mean, you got 45 minutes in your ears. Yeah, well,
Coke.
no, but what do you mean? Who even dares?
No, but I mean, looking at the intelligence level and of this country, there are certain things you can't just even try.
Oh
to
my
do.
God!
You
Oh my
just
God!
can't.
Let me tell you something.
Tell
I
me.
mean, we this is Rwanda, and I'm sure we have high standards. But we're not the only country. I mean, even the US, even countries like Israel, even the EU, and all of that. And you think there is no trafficking there? Of course. Where there is a demand, there is a supply.
So is there demand here?
It's not about the demand here. This is a bit typically like how there was a time heroin, the tracks from the suppliers to the markets were shifting to Africa, especially East Africa, when it was heroin coming from Asia. They had started to, in fact, using the routes through. We got some competition over
We got
here.
company here.
We got company here in the house. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, those voices were loud, but you're coming back on the story. So there was a time that they were using Nairobi. They were using Entebbe, and then they were moving even to Kigali. You see, it was happening. So now cocaine normally has already started coming from Latin America through West Africa. Those countries like Guinea-Bissau, Mali, and all that, they've been used. So I mean, people from Latin America coming those countries to go to Europe. You know, so coming to Rwanda, it can be. I don't think Rwanda is becoming a route. It could be an individual that is just moving through Rwanda, but going through local markets. Or where was this person going anyway?
She had a UK passport. Maybe she was going to UK or she was coming.
Oh,
here.
she was coming from UK.
No, she was coming from Uganda. Then she was arrested in Rwanda. at the
You
airport.
see, this. So it could be something.
It was on transit.
Yeah, so it
Maybe.
was a transit thing. Well, that's why I don't see that. I don't think it's Kigali because, like you say, I mean, people would risk more on other airports in the region
Than the Kigali airport.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, so bad luck, bad day for the woman. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's and at the other side, the guys who were expecting her coming.
Yeah.
and
Now they're like, oh God.
45 million is gone.
45 million is gone. Yeah. But
So,
it happens.
What else are we having here? We have business development fund takes services.
No,
to
the question
grassroots.
that I'd like to know, just to know, what is going to happen with what they found? What do they do with that?
exactly.
Oh, exactly.
The same case
'Cause
that
it
happened
was
in Kenya.
Yeah, I've heard the other stories in Nairobi.
What
that,
I know that may happen, especially in such situation, maybe and just maybe, if the woman will appear in the Rwandan courts, then it has to be produced as
Of course,
exhibit,
as an evidence.
Evidence.
Yeah.
If she'll be tried in her own country or something like that, it also has to go back to their
And that's
country.
not the lady that is linked with the Shabab, no?
Ah.
That is not the one. What happened to her?
What-
Yeah, the
wow.
White Widow. What happened to the
White
White
Widow is-
I heard
is-
she has some surgery, some facial surgery. That
She's now black.
She's not black.
Yeah, but interestingly, the story of White Widow. Hey, White
White.
Widow. Okay,
The White Widow?
She's
Children?
too. The White Widow story is another one, because this woman evaded and went through police blockades and survived arrest, because there are claims that she was cooperating with some of the security details in Mombasa. She was almost even caught, but she managed to escape a police.
Maybe she
suit.
works with Kabuga.
So who knows? But such people, with the amounts of money they have, and also with the little amounts of money that some of the cops have, the
what-
manipulation is so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about the amount of money is, because we never caught them, so we don't know.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that's the situation. Eh?
So what else do we have in Rwanda?
In Rwanda, we have government has issued a travel ban as DRC confirmed cases of Ebola.
So
Was it a long
what
time
do you
coming?
mean we banned what? Banned what?
This travel ban is for the
Travelers from
Sierra Leone,
Exactly.
Guinea,
Not from
and
Congo,
and Liberia.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a new thing. I think we almost had it as an exclusive here on One. Maybe this is where this announcement was made, or it had been made earlier. I don't know. But what I know is that the issue of the travel bans for the three citizens, or the three travelers traveling from the three countries that are affected by Ebola was effected long ago. Now we can only wait and see if DRC also will be included in the list of the countries where citizens or travelers are not supposed to travel to Rwanda or go there.
So the news about the travel ban came late.
Yeah.
Because it was already announced on CFM on
Yeah.
89.7. So
Right
just
here.
open your ears
Yeah.
and bring them up every morning.
The new development is the travel ban also goes for any person found to have a fever of 37.5 degrees.
Yeah. So
If
Any.
you have a fever.
where's our thermometer? I think someone has a
Yeah,
fever
I
here.
mean, but we should join the union, man. Well, we are already 89.7. It says.
Okay, I don't know if I can call it the funny bit. Is that if you're traveling and you're having such fevers, or if you get into the country and you're having such kind of fever,
Now that makes me think about the ladies.
Yeah.
The ladies, they have this thing. I mean,
Go, Albert.
yeah, go Albert. I mean, but there's some times of the
Which
month.
thing
There's
the ladies have?
Tell us.
times of some hours of the month
Yes.
where there
Okay.
are some fluctuations. You know, so. And imagine it happens during that moment, So what do you, so they say, but you got
have
like
Ebola.
37.9. So
you'll have no otherwise but to be quarantined for 21 days.
No way.
You will stay in there. They will keep you 21
I was
days.
just having my,
We don't want to take chances. In fact, yeah.
So-
I'm not a doctor myself, but I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I don't think the temperature goes that high.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because 37.5 is like the highest.
All you have to do is dip and check it out.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, and there's another story about insects damage hectares of eucalypt plantations. There's another story I've
Where
seen
is that?
in
Which
Wait,
which place?
let
is
me
this?
see.
These insects. We need the pesticides and
Really?
insecticides.
Or we just need a balanced environment where you have some animals taking care of the insects.
It's in Gisagara district.
And so, but what is going on?
There's some insects that have damaged the plantations.
Yeah.
The
What do we do?
eucalypt-
What
the
do we do with that?
eucalyptus trees.
Those kind of plantations anyway? What do we do with those trees?
I think the trees there is okay. I last went to a biology class long time ago, but I don't know if I can figure out. But what I know is that some of these trees are used to to make wood, of course. You need
great.
timber.
Okay.
Yeah, so when you have, that's one of the uses, but when you have the insects affecting them, then of course this is an economic setback for the farmers who are planting these trees. So at the end of the day, as you say, maybe one of the things that needs to be done is the introduction of another, let's say, animal or species or something that now
Or some
deals with that,
pesticides,
or
some,
pesticides and medicines.
But
for them.
how big is it? Because it's news, but how much does it affect?
I mean,
do we know?
Even if it affects 3 or 4, me think that's already much, because
I agree.
they need money, they need to survive, right?
Yeah.
So if they're not
Last night we had another story and I think Eugene, you tried to get some more about it, but we I mean, RFI was just starting a news report that on Lake Rueru that they had found 40 corpses, bodies floating. And the funny part of their news report was the fact that they asked the Burundian side, and the Burundian side said we have nobody missing, but they never asked Rwanda, but thinking or just not saying, but saying it in fact that okay, then it must come from Rwanda. So you try to call people here. Good morning, Lion.
Good morning, gang. Some of these trees were made to make wood.
Timber.
Finally, someone.
That's
comes
called
for-
an epiphany, my friend. You just discovered that,
So that was your epiphany moment.
yeah.
you know, if you go to the Chinese store, their trees are made of plastic. So I understand your confusion.
Some of them. So
Yeah.
Eugene,
Yeah, the
are
story.
we missing anybody here?
I think there are a couple of guys missing. I don't know if we have any updates on whether they were found or not. I remember there's a time the Green Party is saying that there's a member of theirs that has been missing for some time. I don't know if they've followed up. I don't know if there's any new update.
But the guy they said that was missing turned up again, said that he I think he reported to an embassy. I don't remember which country he was in, and then asked to be brought back to Rwanda. Then later said, which is quite funny to me, that now he's joining the RPF, but he still believes in the Green Party, just doesn't believe in the person who founded the Green Party. So as soon as this guy is out, he's back in.
What doesn't he make his own a green party?
I know. So that's just
Should guy have a dark green or light green
a
party?
load of crap, really.
But the
I
40
don't see-
number
I
is
don't-
a
yeah, I
is a
don't-
very
but
big number.
I don't see the connection
Yeah.
with the lack
Well,
of rain.
as you told him, are we missing any guys?
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
try-
You know, with the wood, I lost the track.
Well,
I lost the track.
We
with the
last
wood,
saw
you know?
GGM here how long ago? But he was here the
Are
other
we
day.
missing somebody?
Yeah, so
40 people.
40
That's
is a big number.
yeah.
It's a really big number, and I think
Now the thing is that I only hear RFI is citing that number and doing that news. But like I say, funny enough, they only ask one side. You know.
we are expecting a statement from the police. Yesterday, I tried to call the spokesperson of the police, and he told me that we just wait a little bit. They are preparing a statement. They'll issue a statement on the issue. So probably.
So
we will hear-
does it take time to issue the statement, or it takes time to get to know
I think-
what is going on?
If
How
I
was he?
if I was in that office, maybe, which I will never be, but I would take time to gather full information
Yeah,
to
but-
find out, probably from the.
So, but that
books.
should be the first statement.
Yeah,
That should
that
be
we
the
will.
first
We are
statement.
looking
That-
into
like,
the.
it should be saying like, okay, we know about it, we've heard about it, but we've heard about it through the news.
Yeah.
So you're saying RFI says that bodies were found? Or,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so maybe they
40.
should start with trying to identify those bodies.
But-
because on this side, for sure, any country has cases of
first
missing
to confirm,
people.
to
Yeah.
confirm that
If
there
there
are,
are, in fact, 40 bodies.
40.
Yeah.
And then
And then
and then identify. I mean, because they all have a chip on their finger, so
Yeah.
they can scan those chips.
I don't know who. the person is.
But they would need DNA, you know.
I don't know.
Or some people to report if they're missing anybody, and then
Yeah.
they go and identify.
JJM, where are you?
If they have.
He was around. He's okay.
He's okay.
Yeah. Just joking.
So we have a Japanese karate instructor here in Rwanda. He's come to enhance the karate sport.
Now, have you ever noticed,
if
if you know enough Kinyarwanda, that you know how you call a kick in Kinyarwanda?
Kick.
A kick.
When you kick someone.
When you kick someone.
Nzagukubita.
But
that's
it
what I
could be
beat
with
you.
your arm, it could be with your arm, it could be with your head. It could be
Let
with
me help you out. It's umujeri.
Umujeri.
That's what a kick is.
Umujeri.
Yes.
Umujeri.
Umujeri
And in
kan.
karate, funny enough, in martial arts, you know, any kick is always jeri.
Maigeri,
Maigeri. You know, I know this guy is in Rwanda.
He's around. He's around. So yeah, you once told me you want to learn karate. I don't know who you were and why.
No, I used to be to learn
Teacher.
karate. I used
Everybody
to learn
was
judo.
kung fu fighting.
Really?
Yeah. I used to learn judo, my friend. Because whenever someone attacked me, I said, "You don't know if I have a gun. You don't know if I have a knife."
Yeah. So
But you don't know I know jujutsu.
yeah. So definitely there you go. So
Yeah.
There's another survey here that was done by the Ministry of East African Community that shows 56% of Rwandans are yet to understand the significance of regional integration.
They don't understand.
Yep.
That's not news.
65%.
This is
56.
Maybe the 56% is news. I thought it was higher, maybe, but I didn't do a survey.
yeah. All I know. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
For all
it's
I
going
know,
down, huh? It's going down.
The number is going down.
Yeah, I mean,
so more and more are getting
more.
aware of the EAC integration.
Yeah.
What I know for sure is that there seems to be a neglect of passing down the information down to the people in terms of the issues of EAC integration.
I think you know it starts even with the institutions. I think maybe you have a lot of a few people heading those institutions. They might be knowing what they're doing, but I'm not always too sure that even people inside those institutions, because you know, down to the driver should know what of one of those institutions should know what it's all about, you know, at this level.
And when you talk of the people in these institutions, I must say here, even on record, that there was one PS who was very active, and ever since he left the ministry, I mean, I don't even know who the PS of the Ministry of EAC is today. Those days when we had Robert Sally was so outspoken. He would come out to the media, he would tell you this, tell you that. They would have press conferences on one or two things. But today you rarely hear anything. I mean, even a campaign, just a small campaign on even the non-tariff barriers, the issues of trade within the region, I don't hear anything. So as you say, I mean, it probably starts from the institution itself. But Madame is I was told she went on recess. Maybe when she comes back early September, maybe we'll have her here so that we can hear more what her plans.
I mean the minister.
Yes, this is the
Right.
minister I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always madams. I don't know why.
Well, it's some good news. But by the way, on this topic of the integration, something happened. I think it was just when the weekend was starting, so maybe that's why we didn't really develop on that. But something new coming from Burundi is that Burundi suddenly declared, you know what, the coalition of the willing, the cow, you know, that they would stop attending those meetings. They were already as observers, but they said they would now stop another 6 months just to assess if they should come back or not to again observe.
What was your source on this story?
It was the Burundian media.
Because I saw some disagreements from a couple of members of the press from Burundi saying, I am one of the members of the media in Burundi, but no such thing has been said here.
Well, there was a press conference of their minister of East African Community that said it, and actually she had to come back to clarify, because the first what people first understood is that they were moving out of the East African
yes,
community.
I saw a lot of that,
You know,
yeah, that they have
so
requested to
then
move
then
out.
she came back and rectified. Said no, it needs to be clear. It's the post as an observer on the coalition of Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda. There were too many meetings, all of that. So they're moving out of that. So that is for a fact confirmed. Now words say that it is TZ that is pushing them not to go there. That they have other plans for. But that was the.
You just had to go there.
Oh, of course. I give you the full news.
Do you have the full dossier?
No, it's not Zuma.
It is TZ.
This is when I say word say. So these are the comments of the Burundian press saying that they have other plans, that there is even a railway that they want to do with DRC and TZ, and they want to concentrate on that. So words say, but that is from Bujumbura.
Still, again, I'll tell you one thing, that even the activeness, even in the terms of participation on EAC matters, you rarely hear a lot in terms of Burundi when it comes to Burundi saying this, saying that. So outside all this hula baloo of what's going on in the region in terms of who's contributing and who's not contributing, I think at the end of the day, looking at the 5 member states, maybe there are those who feel like, okay, Burundi, there's nothing much we're getting out there, there's nothing much even they're getting out of it.
I don't think that is even the question. The real question, and I believe that is how you got to the situation of the cow, is that some countries just see immediate interest to speed track the stuff and not to be sitting in meetings and meetings and meetings forever saying we want to do this.
Yeah.
And that is because at the end of the day, that is what happened with the 3 countries. Now, in the media, we're just saying that there could be a colder feeling between some of the countries, and that is why. But at the end of the day, we only can state on. We only can judge on what we see, what is happening. So far, you have 3 countries moving on. 2 countries are still open. We don't know. Maybe Burundi can come back next month, or things might be changing because they might have personal, domestic, other issues to deal with before they feel like they can move on with the rest. And each country can have that kind of situation. Look what is happening even in Europe for the moment. It is big news in Europe is that the French government just resigned.
And Ukraine dissolved their
The
parliament
is
too.
also...
And Ukraine, yeah. So, but now for France, the big issue is the pressure of the European Union on the domestic economies of the different member states. So France is there in a serious crisis right now, and that shows you that how a domestic problem can be bigger than community programs, and
but
that is what can happen also in the East Africa.
Yeah, so that begs the question then, in terms of the East African community and these 3 countries that you were naming, Rwanda, Kenya, and Uganda, I believe, are the ones you're talking about who are moving ahead. And how does it fare to in the East African community when you have situations like Rwanda and Tanzania that seem to be at odds and maybe hindering any plans of moving ahead as a community? How do they then deal with those kind of things to make sure that put the necessary kind of pressure to see to it that we sit at the table and work in the interest of the community?
The good thing about the EAC, it's not about the heads of state or what the presidents are saying. They have institutions that push or take up some of the agreements that they do. So each country, if it is issues of financial issues, the EAC ministers of finance, they meet and they follow up on some of these issues.
Yes, but then they follow up on the lines along the lines of what the president said.
No. Along the lines of what the president said, that one is done on the EAC heads of state summit. So that's where now they meet and put their heads together and agree or disagree. So if it was about President Kagame just wakes up in the morning and says, okay, we are doing this or we're not doing this, and then the other one says this and that, I mean, that would have been a bigger problem. But the good thing is they are working through institutions in each of the
coming
EAC
back
country.
on the countries having this kind of tensions, they are even beyond the East African community, other bodies where also interfering in that. You have the ICGLR, and name it. So, but at this stage here, it's really about developing that integration, because that is how we started even this conversation. You know, and when you see those three countries, they are really pushing to that. You know, that is how we now just to remind people. But now with your ID, you move from here to Mombasa. You don't need a passport anymore.
Exactly.
But only in Uganda, only in Kenya, not in Burundi, not in TZ.
Maybe Burundi doesn't feel integrated enough. Maybe they feel like, okay, these guys are doing their thing. Let me turn to other guys who show me the love.
But that is just maybe because if you really follow everything, everybody has been in there from the beginning. It's just that two countries say,
we still have our own
you know,
issues.
even for visa, even for tourism, you know, a tourist comes now to Kenya, he can
use one single entry visa.
and move in, and it's already a benefit for the tourist industry of those three countries. They're already seeing the benefits of that.
Good.
Northwest mother.
Our time is up, but to end on a lighter note, the Emmy Awards happened yesterday night, and some of our favorite movies, Breaking Bad and Modern Family, the series, won big. I don't know which are your movies and series, and whichever.
Mine is Anita.
Anita.
Yeah,
Who is Anita?
Made in Rwanda.
Who is Anita? Please.
I know Eugene, who is Anita. Anita, this was said at 7:28.
For me,
I love series. So,
you love the series.
Oh, Breaking Bad, you name it, Homeland, all these things, man, all that good stuff. Yeah.
You should check the fashion, and I love Dambaro's.
I see why you were inspired to say Anita.
Not only is it made in Rwanda? Is this made in Rwanda?
You know, you speak of made in Rwanda. You heard that story of a lady who was downtown a couple of days back in Kigali, and she was wearing such a mini skirt apparently that it really caused mayhem.
Traffic jam.
Yeah, people couldn't believe it. They were just jamming the streets. So the police had to come and actually take that woman out of there. Yeah.
Are you kidding?
In
KGL?
In KGL, my friend, in downtown KGL.
Downtown
Yeah,
KGL?
people were shocked. They were like, oh my God, is she wearing something? Is that a handkerchief or something?
Okay, we have to end. Coming up is one-on-one shortly. Thank you so much for making it this morning.
You're
Anita.
welcome.
Yeah, I'm Jackie Mwanyoncho. Good morning.
Well, I'm Jackie.